What's up, you guys? Ross Sapp, managing editor, Fightful.com. But this is a feature for FightfulSelect.com that I'm leaving open to you at YouTube.com/Fightful and Fightful.com. Sometimes you notice these. I'll post them a week late on our YouTube. That's because they go up on time at FightfulSelect.com. I break down the UFC rankings every single week over there at FightfulSelect.com, at least every single week that they update them. And this week is no different. And with last weekend's show in Calgary, a lot of movement happened. You had, I think, 15, 16 ranked fighters. You have quite a few more coming up this Saturday. But let's go ahead and take a look. Again, you can get this early over at FightfulSelect.com by subscribing for as low as $5. Khabib Nurmagomedov moves up past Stipe Miocic in the pound-for-pound rankings. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, Khabib is the lightweight champion. Stipe did lose the heavyweight championship. So, I mean, I guess it could do a lot worse. You still have GSP ranked there, and he hasn't fought in a while, and you don't know if he ever will again. So that's probably my biggest issue. Chad Mendes, who had tied with Josh Emmett at featherweight, now takes sole possession of that spot, and I'm okay with that. Even though Chad Mendes missed a lot of time, Josh Emmett's coming off the loss, and Chad Mendes looked really, really good in that win. Let's take a look before we get to lightweight. Let's go down and check out women's strawweight because it saw a lot of movement too. Nina Ansaroff picked up a big win, moving up 3 spots to number 10. This pushes down Courtney Casey, Alexa Grasso, Randa Marcos, Joanne Calderwood. Joanne Calderwood, who is about to be out of those rankings anyway. She's about to hit the bricks and head over to that women's flyweight division. But Angela Hill moves up 1 spot to number 14. Now, kind of curious, we don't have Tecia Torres falling anywhere. And you can't, what is a win over Tecia Torres going to move Joanna up or down? No, it can't. She's number 1. So a loss to Joanna Jędrzejczyk. When I said that it was almost a no-lose situation for Tecia Torres, it truly was. She didn't move down the rankings at all. And I mean, when you're facing the greatest women's strawweight of all time, that's understandable. So no movement for Joanna or Tecia Torres. There was some movement at light heavyweight. Now, I fully expected Cutelaba to take over Anti-Gulov's spot here at number 15. Not the case. Sam Alvey has moved up, and he has taken the spot. However, you do have some young talent at light heavyweight. I expect that division to look way different very soon. I've said that a lot about middleweight. That's happening with light heavyweight too. Jimmy Manuwa is not getting any younger. Mauricio Shogun Hua not getting any younger. You're going to see guys like Pat Cummins, who maybe can't stay the most consistent, fall out. Glover Teixeira not getting any younger. You're going to have guys like Dom Reyes and Cutelaba really taking over that division. So that's one that you should look out for. Women's flyweight, some big movement here. I talked about Caitlin Chookagian. I picked her against Alexis Davis, and I said that this is going to happen a lot. When you have a Roxanne Modafferi, and Alexis Davis, a Lauren Murphy up as high as they are, you're going to see people who are ranked number 7 to 15 beating them and really shooting up. And that's what happened with Caitlin Chookagian. She was ranked number 7. She beat Alexis Davis, who was number 3, and Chookagian moved up 4 spots and took that 3 spot from her. Alexis Davis slid down 3 spots to number 6. This pushed Roxanne Modafferi up a spot in all this mayhem. But also Lauren Murphy and Liz Carmouche slide down as well. I think Liz Carmouche probably should be ranked ahead of Modafferi. I think she's a little bit better, but that could be a fight that you see eventually down the line. But a lot of movement there because of that. And here we go. The men's lightweight division. Boy, is this a mess. So the champion, number 1 and number 2, are all people who have held the lightweight title and not lost it. So how do you rank that? Well, Conor McGregor, with news of him being in negotiation to fight Khabib Nurmagomedov, has slid up a spot. Tony Ferguson, recovering from an injury, down a spot. Now, Dustin Poirier won, and to me, he is one of 5 guys in contention right now. He beat Eddie Alvarez. That pushes him up a spot, pushes Eddie Alvarez down a spot. However, I don't think Eddie Alvarez is the other guy in this conversation. I think Kevin Lee is the guy in this conversation. I think that he had a great performance against Tony Ferguson despite the staph infection. And if he didn't have that staph infection, who knows how that would have worked out for him. I think that he is in the conversation, as is Poirier, Ferguson, McGregor, and Nurmagomedov. If I am the UFC, I have all 5 of these guys on a show later this year. That way you have your main, you have your co-main. Those 2 winners fight each other. However, you've got a guy like Dustin Poirier who's just waiting. He's fighting somebody. Or maybe it's Kevin Lee fighting somebody. But either way, you've got to keep them involved just in case somebody falls out, in case Conor McGregor throws a dolly at something, in case Tony Ferguson snaps some shit up, in case Khabib Nurmagomedov gets hospitalized and doesn't make weight, in case Kevin Lee gets staph infection, you've got a Dustin Poirier to slide into one of those spots. Also, Nate Diaz rightfully slides down a spot to number 10. Now, James Vick was number 11. You had Al Iaquinta at number 10. And you had Diaz at number 9. Essentially, Diaz is falling down 2 spots here. Diaz was at number 9. He is now tied with Vick at 10. He's going to fall to 11 the longer he goes without fighting, and rightfully so. I don't think he should even be in the rankings. I don't think he's fought at lightweight since 2015 anyway. But James Vick, definitely worthy of being a top 10 guy. Al Iaquinta, fair. I would expect James Vick. I expect him to beat Gaethje, honestly, and he's really going to get a big push because of that. And he might be in that conversation. He might be the guy that a Kevin Lee, a Dustin Poirier, a Tony Ferguson fights because, that guy ain't losing either. Lots of changes in the UFC rankings. If you all like this feature, I do it every week at FightfulSelect.com. Just head over there. It is our compliment service. It complements Fightful.com, FightfulMMA.com, FightfulWrestling.com. Of course, you get all your free news, videos, photos, podcasts, interviews at Fightful MMA and FightfulWrestling.com. But if you just want some extra, check out what Fightful Select has to offer. Till next time, guys, leave us a thumbs up, subscribe. We are out.